Welcome back. Well, President-elect Donald Trump has already filled some high posts in his administration, but he still has some hard choices to make for his cabinet. Here to break down the positions that still need to be filled is Republican strategist and Fox News contributor Tony Sayegh. Good to see you, Tony.
Hey, good to see you, Abby.
All right, so let's start with what we know so far, the picks that he's made.
Sure. So I actually think this is a great decision right here. He's made some decisive choices early on to show the type of direction he's going to point the administration. Reince Priebus as chief of staff is interesting because he understands Washington. The critique of President-elect Trump and his group is that they're outsiders. Reince could help navigate that, but it's important that he has Steve Bannon in there.
He's had a lot of criticism.
A lot of it unfounded, a lot of it fabricated. Look, Steve Bannon has beat the elite media through Breitbart, and he beat them through helping wage the Trump campaign. I think he clearly has the target on his back, but a lot of that is unsubstantiated stuff. But yeah, Bannon represents that outsider kind of populist touch that the Trump White House has to maintain in order to stay true to its message. I think Jeff Sessions, outstanding pick, one of the earliest supporters.
General Michael Flynn, people
of Donald Trump. Exactly.
Same with Mike Pompeo. And then two women at the end, Nikki Haley, Betsy DeVos.
Betsy DeVos is an interesting pick because she truly is one of the biggest leaders in the country for school choice, and this is something that Donald Trump has made central to his kind of picks. It's actually one of the more dynamic picks I think he could have made for this position, emphasizing that that is going to be a top priority for the administration. And Nikki Haley getting a high-profile post. Look, she's been a conservative darling. I think she did not necessarily endorse him early on in the process. This is a very good way for him to show the Republican Party that he's going to include a lot of people.
Let's look ahead, because everyone's now speculating about the positions that he's not picked yet, most importantly, Secretary of State, and there seems to be some conflict going on behind closed doors about who that person's going to be.
Yeah, and there's no doubt that loyalists to the Trump campaign, people who have supported President-elect Trump from the start, want Rudy Giuliani, or at least see Giuliani as a much more natural pick since he was so outspoken and so strong. His credentials, by the way, are outstanding. Mayor of New York City. He's understood kind of world terrorism, global events better than most people. He would be a terrific choice. By flip, Mitt Romney does not seem as conventional because of the harsh criticism he offered President-elect Trump. But the reality is he is somebody, again, with a lot of prestige around the world, and it would send a very interesting and dynamic message if Donald Trump were to pick him. I'll remind our viewers real quick, though, George H.W. Bush and Ronald Reagan were bitter political enemies. George H.W. Bush called Reagan economics voodoo economics when they were political rivals. There is a time for healing in a political coalition, and I think President-elect Trump
said some pretty nasty things about Mr. Trump and his character, so I can understand why some of his loyalists and family members are struggling with this.
Totally understandable.
The big question is, who is best for these jobs? Politics aside, these are big positions. Homeland Security Secretary.
Look, I think, you know, Congressman McCall, who chairs that committee right now in Congress, is a very natural pick. He's somebody who I think has been outspoken during the Obama administration, sometimes being a little bit more lax in the view of many conservatives on the issue. He strikes me as natural. Look, I know a lot of people think Rudy's a natural for that too, but I think Rudy Giuliani clearly deserves something along the line of Secretary of State in the eyes of those who are loyal to him. But you're absolutely right, Abby, and only Donald Trump and Mike Pence know, you do need to pick the best person for the job.
Yeah, well, the speculation continues. Tony Sayegh, always good to have you here.
Great to be with you guys.
Thanks for being with us.